Taurus, this is your general zodiac sign reading for June 2020. My name is Barda from Intuitive Tarot Readings by Barda. What I'm doing right now is I'm pulling up this video so I can, when you guys talk to me, I'm able to see it. This video is being aired live on Lolita's Lovely Ladies. This is for Taurus, general sign reading for June 2020. Let's see here. Well, I'm waiting for some people to come on. All right. Oh, there we go. Doing right now is I'm pulling up this. Okay, now I can kind of see what's going on. I do have a storm coming in right now, so if it does blip in and out, I'm going to try to go ahead and get this out before the storm comes. This is for Taurus, June 2020, general zodiac sign reading. Again, my name is Barda. My video is being done outside because I have better connection out here. You will hear animals. I live by a road, and many of you who have already watched me, I'm repeating myself, but there's a lot of new people coming on. I live by a road, so you're going to hear cars. I have a small hobby farm, so you're going to hear animals. When I was clearing out the cards, there was a card that fell for Taurus, and it was the card Justice. Okay, I'm not sure where this is going to go yet. Let me explain a little bit how this goes, or at least for me it does. When I get going, I will not know if it's going to be just one group of Taurus. Like Aries, the last one, it was for one group. And what I mean by group is there's thousands and thousands of Tauruses, and there's thousands and thousands of each zodiac sign. These messages here are meant to go out to the small few who are looking for that answer. If it resonates with you, then it's probably meant for you. If it does not, then maybe the next time it will. And sometimes if you're a cross watcher and you can pull out pieces and parts, take what you can and just leave the rest. At the end, I will take and open it up for a general Taurus couple questions, put it in question form. I'll take a couple questions and I'll answer them the best I can. After that, I'll open it up for any sign, zodiac sign reading. Okay? So Taurus, your card that showed up, and I do take, being an intuitive tarot reader, I do take cards that fall, and the Justice card did fall. So I'm going to go to the Astral House, which are these right here, which tell me which area of your life that this is going on in. And okay, being an intuitive tarot reader, straight at the bottom. This has to do with marriage. I hear take it again. Love. Okay. Any more? Hi, Charlene. Any more? Yes. Wealth. Okay, so for Taurus, like I said, for the ones that just popped on, I have peacocks too. Kind of cool. They sound awesome. Anyway, for Taurus, I end up having the Justice card fall out while I was clearing the cards. I got the marriage card. And this is the areas. I don't know if this is going to be one group or multiples. I got marriage. I felt drawn for that one. I felt drawn to love. And then I pulled another one. That's about wealth. So, as I get going, and the main focus is some kind of justice for these areas, for this group of Tauruses. Okay? And this is for June 2020. And sometimes my readings, I'll get stuff a little bit more out in the future. And with as much chaos just in general in the world that's going on right now, I have been picking up the simple fact that stuff is going to calm down a little bit here in August. I'm not just talking about worldwide, I'm talking about people. And we've got 3 eclipses coming. We've got the moon tonight. We've got the moon tonight. We've got a lot of astrological stuff going on, and it's really, really shaking people up, turning them around, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I did give an update right before I started these videos today. If you're welcome to watch it, and it'll explain to you a little bit more how I feel about what's going on around and how I'm watching people react. So just keep your spirits up, have faith in yourself, and keep focused. And it looks to me like Aries was completely focused on what they're doing. Get those blinders on, focused, and not so much chaos. And I know it's hard to do. But anyway, Taurus, Justice. Let's see which direction this is going to go. Justice. Which cards do I want? Oh, yep. Where's this going to go? Okay. And instantly, whenever, I'll show you the card here in a minute, instantly, as cards fall, I will take them. Being into a tarot reader, sometimes you will see me pull from the bottom. I go where I feel it's right. Sometimes when cards fly out, I will take them. And to me, this is, I don't know if it's multiple groups yet, but this has to do with justice. And this is for the Tauruses who've been feeling beaten and battered and feeling like they've got constant battles going on. This is the card that fell sideways, which means to me, when I see cards that are falling sideways, let me see if I can show you. The way I read them, this is the way it looks. This card fell like this. So this is currently in the Taurus's life, or it's making its way out right now. Okay? So this is struggle and strife to me. That's what it feels like. And this group, or groups of Tauruses, it's not telling me if it's groups yet, is feeling beaten and battered. And for any of you, I'm not looking at the screens yet, for any of you who just popped on, I will do an open read for Taurus at the very end where I'll take a couple questions. And then right after that, after I get done with the general read, then I'll say any Zodiac sign, and then I'll take a couple questions. Okay? So I'm going to get these out first. So anyway, that was the Nine of Wands. And it's pretty self-explanatory card. And being into a tarot reader, I do not read every meaning in here. I go by what it feels like. I don't always pull the signs out of them. I go by what it feels like. And this is Taurus. This is group or groups of Tauruses who've been feeling beaten and battered. And they're seeking some kind of justice, or justice is on the way for them in some area of marriage, love, or wealth, or all three. Okay? Switch. And I just heard that a group of Tauruses, I don't know whatever, when I just said marriage, love, and wealth, I'm assuming it's for somebody who has this going on currently, all three. But I heard somebody wanted a month. I got August. I don't know what that means, but I heard somebody wanted a month, and I heard August. Calming of choppy waters, that's what I heard, okay? All right. Taurus. I'll take it. I'll show you the cards here in a minute. I want to see if this is going to branch out into different groups. So the first one that fell on top of, or I felt drawn to put it on, was marriage. And then I'll tell you the card here in a minute. I want to see where this is going to go. Sometimes I get the groups and I set it off to the side and I do each group and work on it. But I'm not sure. Ooh. All right, this is a lot of struggle and strife going on with Taurus. Seeking justice. This feels like love. This feels like an overall feeling. Okay, how about the last one? What about wealth? And I'll tell you the cards here in a second. All right, I think it's two groups. Why? Because I don't feel any other cards that are wanting to make their way to the top or to come out. I feel it's two groups of Tauruses. It could be the single group of Tauruses who are dealing with love, or it could be the married group of Tauruses, not just love, but also their wealth. And also the first group that I'm going to be reading, it's a group of Tauruses who are married, or they're in a marriage, like you've been together for so long it feels like a marriage, okay? And it revolves around wealth as well. And with the marriage one, so this is how I'm going to do it. These are different groups. I'm going to leave that here, but this one's going to go with love. And I'm going to set those over there because that's the next group. And again, please remember, this is a general sign reading. So to me, from just looking at it, and I'll get to these cards here in a second, for the first one, I'm going to focus on the marriage part, or somebody who feels like they are married. Okay? The card that came up, there's actually two cards. This one flew off to the side. So to me, it almost feels like this is the past. And this feels for not just the first group, it's for both groups. Okay, that's what it feels like. And I'll get to the flag here in a minute. But I feel like I need to show you this one. It's had the marriage card and some kind of struggles and battles. And within this battle, it has to do with the young man. Okay, this could even be a child. But a young man. It's not giving much details yet. So this is the ones. So strife and struggle, and you're seeking justice of some kind that has some kind of dealings with the younger man. This could even be a child. Actually, it does have the feel of a child. That's what it feels like. Or somebody who is like a child. And I just heard somebody say somebody acting like a child. This actually, for this reading, for this group, it really feels more like it's dealings with well, I don't know. Let me check something. It does feel like it may even go into 3 groups. I'm feeling it's feeling like it's actually with a younger person. At least in the first read I'm doing. Is there more to it than that? Is marriage part going to spread out to 2 different readings? All right. Yep, 2 different readings for the marriage part. Okay, so the first scenario I'm seeing here, or I heard, was seeing the man card, and I'll get to this. Okay. But this applies. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. This is the flag. Now, when I get to the second part of the reading and when I say the next group for the marriage part, this feels like a red flag. That's what it feels like, okay? So anyway, for the first one, let's start with the first one. It's somebody who's feeling beaten and battered, and I feel this is actually, it's about a marriage, somebody who could be married or they feel like they're married. And this actually feels to me like it's a child, all right? This feels like a kid. I don't care if the kid is in his 20s, 30s, 40s. It does not matter. This feels like almost someone who's like a child to you. And I'm not talking about, we'll get to the other part of the marriage part. This is not about a partner acting childless. This is about a younger, like somebody who's like your kid, okay? Whatever it is, it's given you this feeling of feeling completely beaten and battered. Your justice card. You're in the process of getting this justice about whatever's going on with this young man. I'm not sure if it's a rebellious child. I don't know where this is going yet. I'm not sure. But justice, even if it has to do with the legal system, this struggle is making its way out the door. It's slowly working right now, even though, and I've told everybody, like if you watched the pre-video when I was, did an update for this morning, this stuff, remember, with everything going on in the skies right now, it is going to make it feel so much more than what it really is sometimes. And you're just like, oh my God, it's veiled. There's a lot of veiling. Not everything is seen. Okay, and that's how I feel about this too. It's not quite, I mean, for some you're like, yeah, this is terrible. But with everything going on, it's going to make it feel intensified. And I know this has to do with the family unit by the tree. And the tree, you know, the tree's got the roots, the family have the roots, and this branches off to people. This is how I'm feeling it. And this is about a parent. I feel this is a parent who's sitting back here looking at what's been going on with this younger man. And they've been struggling. They're tired. Very tired. I do feel justice is coming. I'm not going to dig. This is just a general sign reading. So I'm not going to dig into exactly what the situation is. But if you have court proceedings coming on, and you do have, or it could be a child who's sitting here being rebellious and not listening and it just doing all kinds of stuff. It doesn't look pleasant. But it's making its way out of your life right now. That's what I feel, even though it doesn't feel like it this second. Okay, justice is going to be served one way or the other. I feel almost for whatever reason, and anybody who's watched these, if you're new, I do have a hobby farm, and I'm going to tell you right now, there may be a chicken jump up in my lap. It's normal. She's like a dog. Anyway, for this younger man with this marriage, it's making its way out. Justice is going to be served. Period. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. See that one right here. I don't hear red flags on this one, because instantly when I saw this and I was thinking about the second spectrum of the marriage and this younger man, which would be the next one, it would be somebody who the man is acting like a young child is what I got. So we'll get to that one here in a minute. And that's where I got the red flag. This one here, to me, do not be tempted to lower your standards. Okay, what I've got to say about that one is without digging 10 times deeper into it, as a parent, and this is a parent situation, do not lower your standards. Okay, maybe this is not a psychic thing. I'm just throwing this out here. Maybe this is a situation. It could be a possibility. I'm just using an example. As a parent, you want to protect your children. Sometimes your kids do stuff and you want to kind of cover it over, you know. No, don't do that. If this is a situation you're going through, this struggle's on its way out. But this is a time period. It's very important during this time period that you don't try to cover things. Everything is going to reveal itself during this time period. Do not cover over even the mistakes of even your children. If there's this young man has done something that's shaken up the family foundation, is what I feel. Sometimes, justice is going to be served, whether it's through court or justice, period, for the parent. as far as peace. That's what I'm getting, because there's a lot of upheaval in this one. This time, you're going to have to let that child learn their lesson. That's what I get. But the struggle is on its way out. That's pretty cut and dry. So definitely, don't be tempted to lower your standards. Be true to yourself. I've told everybody during this time period, it's very important. Do not sway from what you believe. As long as you're not doing bad to other people, do not sway from yourself. Don't second guess yourself all the time. I mean, not don't second guess yourself, but have more faith in yourself. And if there's something that doesn't feel right with this situation, find out. Don't just take it at face value. This is the time and this is the time with everything going on with these eclipses. If you watch that one video, this is the time. It's like Loki's playing tricks on you. You've got 3 eclipses between now and July. You've got Mercury retrograde coming up. You've got the moon. I mean, come on. Everybody knows how the moon makes people react. Okay, now put the other one all on top of it, the other 3, and there's more going on up there. And if you don't know about that stuff, I know it says I'm an astrologist and a psychic on Lolita's Lovely Ladies, but they didn't have the option. I'm actually an intuitive tarot reader, so I'm not an astrologer. So take the time, look on Google, look it up and see what's coming, and you'll be like, oh wow, okay, that makes sense. I see why I'm feeling like this. So Taurus, just hang in there. Justice will be served, but you must stay true to yourself, even when it comes to your own children. You must. If somebody has done something, or an injustice has been done wrong on your child, I mean, you can read this several different ways. However it applies to you, that's how you take it. Justice is going to be served. So if the child is guilty of something, and like I said, this child could be older, 20s, 30s, 40s, it doesn't matter. Justice is going to be served. Make sure, do not be tempted to lower your standards. Don't fib for the child. Don't do it. Maybe, and it's not always, we always want to believe what our kids say. Sometimes maybe it's something that child is saying to you that your gut's just saying, that's not quite right. Don't always believe what you hear at face value. Go ahead and check. Dig a little bit. Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. That's what I keep hearing. Do not lower your standards. You're the parent. I don't care how old you are. Kids will always come back to you with some kind of issues. And if they've done something wrong, they are going to pay for it. If it's vice versa and it's been done to them, justice is going to be served. So whatever that means to you, and whatever this is, has torn up the family. It's torn up the family quite a bit. So justice is going to be served. So however it applies to you, that's how you take it. And let's put this back over here. Let's see. I want to take these. All right, next scenario for the marriage. Oh, that's what I needed. Okay, I shouldn't have put that back. I'm not sure where it's at. Okay. All right, for the next scenario of the married people, your end result is Justice card. This does not have to do with the child. This actually has to do with a partner, which is a younger man or somebody who's acting like a younger man. So I'm seeing probably immaturity, but they could be older, but they're not being very mature about whatever it is they're doing. Okay, and this has to do with the marriage. And I feel this is not just people who are just necessarily together, or if you're together and you're not married, if you've been together long enough, it's like a marriage. When I saw this card that fell down right here, this instantly gave me, I didn't want to read the words for the second part, for this part of the marriage reading. This gave red flags. Even though it's not red, that's what I saw is the word red flag. Okay, so there's some flags that are going up in your life. And right now, there's been a lot of struggle. A lot of struggle. This could be internally, or there might actually be something going on as far as fighting, disagreements, or suspicion. I hear suspicion. That's what I'm hearing. Again, during this time, I mean, don't be paranoid, but everybody is born with a gut intuition. It's whether or not you can calm your mind enough to pick up on it. It's just like, example, you stand next to somebody and they can have the most bubbly personality and they just make you feel good, right? Okay, so then you go somewhere else and you walk by somebody and you just cannot, you're just like, oh my God, I got to get away from them. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Use your gut intuition. You have been getting feelings that something's not right here. This tells me, though, it is on its way out. This struggle with this, it says younger man. I feel it's somebody who's acting immature in a marriage or something like a marriage. And red flags have been seen. Use your intuition. Only you can answer that as to exactly what's going on with you. It's on its way out. Why? Because justice is going to be served. And when I heard from this one as well, again, I'm going to say it. During this time period, with all the eclipses, the moon, everything going on up in the sky, I'm telling you right now, people are not going to be able to hide who they truly are. Truth is going to come out. It doesn't matter. So whatever you do, make sure during this whole thing, and I know temperaments are going to be flaring. I do know that. Temperaments, either that or depression. Watch both of them. Keep your head clear. Use your gut intuition. And when you're focusing on this person, and I'm not saying go outside and just start talking to everybody, but I am going to point out too, if you're in a situation and you're in a relationship where there's red flags coming, and this person being very immature in some of the stuff they're doing, sometimes if you're sitting directly in a situation, you cannot see the real truth that's right in front of you. And during this time, I used the example before, it's like Loki playing tricks on you. You've got the one eclipse, and the eclipses will, this stuff going on here, it's going to come out the wash. It really, truly is. Because one, you know, some of these eclipses are meant to shake you up, turn you around, and force you to go on the direction you're supposed to, whether you like it or not. If you need to change or something has to be changed and you're not going the right direction, it's going to change it. But yeah, you have another one of the eclipses. Sometimes they cause chaos. So not everything may be quite as clear. That's why I say veiled. So sometimes if you have a trusted confidant, somebody you talk to, and I'm not saying go get coffee with Susie you've known for 2 weeks. Did you hear what he did? Okay, no. Somebody that you can truthfully trust, that is not going to feed your head full of crap, but is going to show you and talk to you logically from an outside source. You know what I mean? Because you're sitting in the situation, there may be red flags that you're not seeing. I mean, I think you're seeing red flags. I truly do. But there may be stuff that somebody that is not in your situation having it going on, they can point that out to you. Well, not that I'm trying to start anything, but did you notice, I'm just going to point this out to you, you take it how you will. Did you see, do you remember when that person wasn't home and they took off? Do you remember the words that that person said to you? You'd be like, no. Okay, when you're in a situation, you kind of cloud things. You don't see everything. And during this time, it's even going to be worse. But that's okay, because during this time here, and this could be reverse roles. If you're the female doing this to this man, it is going to come out. And it's going to come out like a mother. It's going to be veiled for a little bit, but what goes around comes around right now. And I'm not talking about the world stuff, so don't even go there. That's just chaos in itself. I'm talking about this reading. I'm talking about this situation. The truth is going to come out. One way or the other. So, and justice will be served. Okay? So watch the red flags. Pay attention a little bit more, but do not make yourself paranoid. See the stuff for an actual fact. If you're not sure, double check yourself. Talk to a confidant, somebody you've known for quite a while that is not going to be, don't go, and I cuss once in a while, not a shit talker. Don't be going and talking to somebody who's a shit talker. Do not do that, because you need real factual information. You need some actual feedback that's going to be real. Okay? I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so actually this is going into either 3 or 4 different readings. Yep. All right, so that's for that group right there. And I do feel like putting that one away. Okay. That one I feel like putting away. Okay, so Taurus. So the next ones I have here, and no, this is general. This goes for all of it. All right, so the next one I feel, and I'm not sure yet if it's going to be 2 or 3 groups, but yep, okay. I've got the love card. This is the astral house, what area of your life this is going on in. And this is a general read, general. I'm not sure if it's just going to be about love, and then wealth is going to be about wealth, or if it's going to blend them. We'll know as soon as we get going. Okay, so whatever the situation is, whether it's just love or love and wealth, this is, again, this struggle card. It feels like a lot of struggle. A lot of struggle. It doesn't feel, it has been a lot of struggle. It's like 2 steps forward, it seems like, and 5 steps back. During this time, it's going to make you feel like that. And there is going to be little stuff, inconvenient stuff coming up. And again, for general sign, for all of it, justice will be served one way or the other. It's going to be served in love. Okay, so if you've been true to yourself, or if you're in a relationship or anything like that, when it comes to love, if you've been true as far as being honest and open and stuff like that, then it's going to come out the wash as justice for you. If you have not been like that, it's going to go out in the favor of the other person. During this time period, it will be revealed the truth. Between now, I'm guessing before August, you will definitely, I see, for Taurus, okay, for Taurus, I get it. For this group of Taurus right here, I saw the forks in the road. And as soon as I said that, I saw, it's like, I saw this rider on a horse, just dust coming up, because they were not wasting any time with whatever this is. Either they're charging forward or they're getting away from it. We'll find out here in a minute. I have more of a feeling that this is more of how love has made you feel, which has been a great struggle. This is moving out of your life. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of work for you, but it is making its way out of your life right now. How has it been making you feel? Like the sage, okay? What's the sage like? The sage is like the hermit. And the hermit, and in this instance, I'm not saying that this person has just been totally been like the hermit. They're not paying attention. No, I feel actually that this group has actually been paying attention, and I feel that stuff has either been revealed, they're seeing stuff as how it really is, or it's going to be very shortly. And it's made this person feel like this sage, and they're getting ready to come out of it because justice is going to be served. I will get right here in just a second. I do see those cards. This is blended, so it affects your wealth as well. All right, so this is probably a partnership, probably not married. Is it 2 scenarios? 2. 2 different ways to read it. Okay, so anyway, with the sage as well, no matter what, Taurus is going to be, I mean, they've been kind of, like I said in the video, just not the time to be getting yourself down. It's not the time to get depressed about stuff. And it's easy with all the chaos in the world, and just in general with everything that's going on astrologically. There is not one person that's going to get away from the simple fact of feeling. Like I told people on my video, yeah, I look tired. I'm worn. If you feel a lot of feelings off other people, it's going to wear you out. And there's a lot of, you guys will find that there's a lot of stuff going on. And I'm talking about the situation too. For this group, I don't feel that this is going to be clouded. Justice is coming swiftly. And I see the rider taking off on a path. And they're moving fast. And I feel this is going to be before August. For the group with love that's had a lot of struggle going on, they have been recluse. That's what I get, like the hermit. At first I thought it was somebody diligently working on something. Yeah, you could be diligently working, but this is somebody who's just kind of backed away. They backed away from the situation. I don't think you're going to back away from that situation anymore. And I don't, and it's kind of odd because usually I'd be like, okay, love and wealth, they blend together. Yeah, but this is only like, the only thing I feel like saying about that one, so there's going to be another read, is that it has affected your wealth. But I don't feel like pulling cards on the wealth right now. It has affected your wealth. So you are definitely getting ready to take a path. Definitely. And in a hurry. Stuff is not going to be clouded here pretty quick. Just hang in there. Keep your head clear. And just remember, not everything is being shown. I'm not saying Taurus has got their head in the ground. I'm not saying that. Just there's going to be a lot of stuff. It's going to seem like one way, but it's actually another. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, just watch that pre-video I did, and I'll explain a little bit about that. Okay. Okay. All right. For whatever reason, I don't feel like pulling any more cards on that because the small group of Tauruses, and this is a general read, small group of Tauruses that have love, something just with love. I don't necessarily think you're married. Going on, and you had something similar like that, and that's how you're feeling. There are 2 message cards for you. And usually this is odd too, because usually these would just go right along with the reading. No, these are messages. Okay, first card is the Cup. You should accept valid criticism. All right. Not sure where that one's going. The last card. And even though I'm going to hear no, 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 I can already hear it. If you're going through something like this, I think it's just showing you that there is actually, you know, you take off whatever path you go on. And I think you're going to take a new path. For this group, you're taking a new path. Why? Because someone new is entering your life. And this has to do with love. Okay? Now I want to find out about this cup. And this is about love, so I want to find out. Okay. I take cards that stick up. And only this small group of Taurus will know what this means. So I'm only going to go so far into this. So this is meant for one select group. The message you got is my beloved. And it says someone new entering your life. True story here. Hold on here. Okay, all right, I get it. Because I was like that, at first that didn't make any sense. Someone new, and it does feel like someone new. But when I read this card, you're going to be like, okay, that makes sense. Some of you are going to be going, no, 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 no. Just hold up, give it a little bit of time and watch. It says, my beloved, though we may physically be apart, or physically apart, spiritually, we are always united. There's the key right there, spiritually. This may be somebody you haven't even met, but you're still linked somehow spiritually. Like you've got a kinship. That's what I feel. Like you know this person. Like when you meet this person, you've known them for a long time. And this isn't during your time right now. And if it is, ooh, that's a little bit more chaos right there. Just kind of keep your path clear for a second. But when you take off on this path, and it sounds to me like this group of Tauruses, this group of Tauruses is taken off on their own path. Period. And it says a new person's entering your life. But there is definitely a kinship. Spiritually, we are always united. For love transcends space and time. And when you finally meet this person or you're with this person, nothing is missing. Okay? So you're going to feel complete here. Even if you don't, you got a different situation going on. And this could even, a new person. Not everybody can change their personality. You can look at it this way too. Not everybody keeps all their, what I want to say, crappy personalities. Maybe you're together before and, because new. People can turn over a new leaf, right? You can take this how you will for your situation. This may be a reuniting of lovers that had a big struggle, period. And then they finally decide to get back together. But whatever it is, they are spiritually united. There's something, there's always that cord that's never ever been disconnected. That's the only way I can read it. It's kind of an odd one to me. But whatever reason, there is a spiritual karmic connection between the two of you. But you are getting ready to take that path. You're going to charge forward. And when sometimes when you see somebody and you're with them and you're like, ugh, and then it could be years and years and years later you run back into them and they are like, not a new person, but they have a new take on life, a new way of doing stuff. Okay, that could be a new person because it's not the same person you used to know. So take it how you will. That's the one I see from that one. But justice will be served. Whatever's meant to be in this is going to be served. And I feel it's very swift and very quick. And it almost feels like it could be somebody from the past that's coming back that has a different perspective in life, which makes it a new perspective, which could feel like a new person to you. And because of you should accept valid criticism. So this is somebody who has told you, who has criticized. That's what I'm feeling. Or pointing out the stuff that may be mistakes that you've made. And this could be reverse the roles if you need to. Okay, that one was kind of confusing, but it makes sense to me. Hope it made sense to you. Ooh. It's getting ready to rain. The bugs are going crazy. All right, so it's splitting off. I feel this one feels done. Okay. Yep, put that away. Yep. This card feels like it needs to stay. It feels general. Justice feels like it's for the overall. The last group of Tauruses has to do with their wealth. Focusing on their wealth. Whatever it is, it's been a great struggle. And don't worry because justice is going to be served. So, and this, I heard karma. Karma again. What goes around comes around. So this also has to do with how Taurus, or if you're in a situation, you're watching this. You're watching this happen. Say, just turn it around, opposite perspectives, if you're in a relationship. Justice will be served as far as your wealth goes. If you have been true to yourself, and really got your mind on your money and your money on your mind, really paying attention, then your money is, justice is going to be served. It's going to be good. If you have not, and you've been, I don't want to say lazy, but I'm not sure of lax on how you take care of your money, the struggle period is on its way out, but justice will swiftly be coming in. If you have not been taking care of your finances the way you should, it's going to be coming to, it's not really a coming to Jesus meeting, it's coming to meeting with yourself. That's what this is. If you have not been paying attention to your finances as much as what you should, because there's going to be bills due, there's going to be something due, and it's justice is going to be served. You're going to have to pony up. That's what I hear. Okay, so say that you have, for most of you though, I feel like it's people who justice will be served after a struggle of lack of wealth. That's what I'm getting. Is that correct? Yeah, that's right. The other perspective, that's for some of the Tauruses who have been pretty lax on what they do as far as finances. Is this the right cards? Nope. Okay. Sure. For the group of Tauruses that have been having struggle and it's making its way out of their life, justice is going to be served as far as wealth. What goes around comes around. That's what I heard. Okay, for those who have been really paying attention to their wealth, really had it on your mind. What did I just say? I heard what goes around comes around. If you've been really working really hard and you've had all this struggle, this is on its way out. On its way out. It's going to not seem like it's swift, but it's actually quite fast. I got the 6 of Diamonds, which instantly, that's a money card. It's a card of well-being and security. And what's wealth? It's security. Okay? There's, okay, the change, a change. Okay, there's a change coming. There's a change coming that will bring a more comfortable life. And also, there could be a situation which you need to pay attention to that you can profit from unpredictable sources. Now, what that's exactly about, it's just, I think that's a confirmation card saying, you know what, you're on the right track. If you've been taking care of your finances, that's the thing. You have to take care of your finances. If you're in that group, because like I said, if you haven't been watching your money and you're in the other group, justice will be served to you, but not in a so pleasant plate. Okay, so, but the ones that are watching their money and they've been struggling, it seems like there's no out. There is something from sources of money are coming from an unpredictable source. That's what I keep hearing. And that's the home. Being an Intuitive tarot reader, I will draw from the bottom sometimes. The home. That's what I get. Something to do with the home. I don't feel like that one. Okay. All right. And the message too for how this has been making this group of Tauruses feel that have been working really hard on their wealth and stuff. This is just a confirmation to you. You needed to hear it because the cards I keep feeling that I need to pull, this is the past. And this is, I'm just throwing this out here. It says the home. This may be how you're feeling in the home, and there might actually be a home on the line. Which is not surprising with what's going on nowadays. It really is not. But this is the past, or this is what's making its way out. The struggle, right here. Okay? And these feel like past cards, or it's leaving very soon. Whatever the situation with your wealth, it has become so rough to the point it's affecting your body. Okay, so stress, it could even be making you physically sick. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing on that one. Why? Because the beast came along. And I'm not sure exactly what the beast is, but like I said, again, with everything going on, there's many, many different ways that beast could have came. This is making you feel like you're in a prison. Okay, now I also heard that there's also an instance too that there's Taurus that actually, I see the Justice card and I see the prison. Okay, there may actually be some lawful stuff going on, but right now I'm focusing on the ones that are actually needed to hear that it's going to be turning around. It feels slow moving, but it's going to be turning around, and you're coming out of feeling within a prison within yourself. Okay, and if you read it like there's possibility it has to do with the law and stuff like that, then read the reading how it applies to you. Okay, because what I'm seeing right now, it's just more of a person who's not just up in their head, but it's actually been so stressful that the actual effect or lack of money has been making their body not function correctly. Making them feel within a prison, feels like the beast got on their door. Okay, so just know that for that group, the struggle is on its way out. It is going to take a lot of work. There is no doubt. A lot of work. Cupcake? No. Yeah, it tells me. That's what I got. Okay. And I do draw cards. Sometimes I feel like it. All right. Before you go, no. I thought, wait a minute. Okay, maybe I need to backtrack. Nope, I don't need to backtrack. What this is saying, do you know what the libido card means? It has to do with your stamina and how much energy you have as well. Or it could be about, don't you get up here. Or it could be about your sexual being, okay? And how you act sexually. This one, for an instance, has to do, when it showed me the body card and the beast, young lady, and the prison. Okay, I'm going to have to get her. You have to forgive me. You either go or come. No, young lady. Okay, I'm going to put you in timeout. That's what's going to happen. Come here. Sit down. Ouch. Sit down. Sorry about that. Okay, so anyway, with the body card, the beast, and the prison, that person feeling within a prison within themselves, when I saw the word no, I thought, okay, maybe I need to backtrack. Maybe I missed something. I don't think so. No, stamina. It's going to be a long voyage. That's what's going on now. That's what feels right to me. Okay, that's how I read those cards. Because of the body, the beast, the prison, the home, the struggle with the money. But it says the 6 of diamonds. It's your money's coming, but it's going to take a lot of work. Justice is coming for you. So, this is just telling me you have no get up and go right now. It's been a long voyage for you now. That's what I'm getting. But with this card and this one, I get told other people, when I see words and stuff, it lights up like a yellow highlighter. This whole card lit up. And this card is a very positive card. It's a card of well-being and security. This is the message that this group of Tauruses needed to know. Hang in there. It's almost done. As far as, I mean, I'm not going to say you're not going to struggle, but you're about to be able to come out from underneath what feels like a boulder, is what I heard. Yep. That's what I feel. Should we pull another card? Okay, I hope that made sense to you. And like I said, I keep hearing it, or actually I kind of see it, is there's another group of Tauruses that are talking, okay, well, you got prison and you got justice, so that's probably something to do with the legal system. If this reading applies to you like that, then take it how you will. I mean, then apply it that way. Okay? But for right now, that's what I'm seeing. All right, let's see where I am at. Get your booty over here. Stop it. I'm looking at a monitor right here so I can see when people talk to me. Pam, Aries. Let's see. I just did Aries. It's up on Lolita's Lovely Ladies. That one just got done. Okay, let me put these cards away. What I'm going to do is for Taurus, any Taurus or about Taurus sign, general question, put it in a question form. I'll take a couple of them. No, I have not done Libra yet. Libra will probably not be until probably next Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm trying to get as many as I can out today, but I've got to get some stuff done. But that will probably be next Tuesday or Wednesday for Libra. And Scorpio will be next week as well. I know it's a little late, but just like everybody else, it's been kind of crazy. Does anybody else have any questions regarding Taurus or about Taurus? All right, open it up for a couple general Zodiac sign questions. Any Zodiac sign, and I will answer it the best I can. And if I honestly don't know, I will tell you I don't know. Or I don't get much. Sometimes I only get a couple cards and I don't know what it's for. And sometimes it'll reveal itself. Other than that, 9 times out of 10, people get it themselves. Uh-oh, what'd I do? All right. If there is no questions, I'm going to be popping off here. Like I said, it could be... Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. I just opened it up. Is it Charlene? Yeah, I just opened it up. It's just got to be in a question form. Yep, go ahead. This is any zodiac sign reading. My dear. There we go. Charlene, go ahead and ask your question. Hi, Miss Gladys. Okay, I don't know if this is going to make any sense to you. I'm not going to, I don't even need cards for this one. The way I see stuff is when I get answers sometimes I'll see them in my head. And if it's a definite yes or no, it'll get real big in my head. Like, it's kind of like those cartoon characters. Sometimes if something has not always played out all the way, or it's not completely determined, I'll see no's like this or yeses like this. Which means kind of, you know, it's not quite determined yet, but it's leading towards more of the no. Okay? So with what your question, Charlene, what you asked, for now, I got a small no. But what I get from that, is since it was so small in my head, it doesn't, I'm not saying it's going to work out. I'm not going to say it's not going to work out, but for right now, for some reason, I feel, just like I told everybody, something is hidden. And I'm not saying necessarily that person's hiding something. It's like, if you go back on, and I'm not trying to avoid your question. It's just, I don't want to answer this in the wrong way, because with such a small no, it doesn't mean that it's not going to. It's just at this time, it's not going to. And if you watch the one video where I said, and I'll pull a card here in a second, because I'm not sure how to exactly answer that, because the no doesn't feel completely right. So, like example, I used the example on my pre-video where I was giving an update, and I said, you know, it was an example of the job where I'd second guess myself, because it'd been almost two weeks for this person, and I was certain that that person was going to get the job. And then I just kind of started second guessing myself because that job didn't come. Well, somebody else contacted the other person that does the jobs, and you'll see how it applies here in a second. And come to find out, it was misconnections. That person now has that job. That job was in the offering a week and a half ago when I was feeling it, 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? 2 weeks ago I started feeling it, and it actually was, but it was veiled. Somehow there was misconnections. And for some reason, I feel like that applies to you. There's some kind of misconnections for some reason. It's kind of like misunderstandings, a lot of misunderstandings. And there could possibly have been some wrongs done there, but something is not all seen there. That's why I'm seeing such a small no. So I don't feel it's going to work right this second. Charlene. You got bumped off. Uh-oh. You can also rewind this video too. So Charlene, I'm just now getting to your card. But I did explain, okay, this is talking about a man. There will be peace. And being an intuitive tarot reader, I will grab, I will take and re-grab cards off, or not re-grab, I will grab cards off the bottom. I will go where it feels. Right now, you've got the Father card, and you've got peace. There is a high possibility that this could happen, but I'm seeing a small no right now. And I know that doesn't make sense, but rewind the video and listen to the example I gave you. Right now, I don't feel, especially with everything going astrologically on right now, I don't feel that everything's being seen clearly. And I think you'll understand here why soon. I don't know what that means. Just remember it. I mean, save this video and go back whenever you finally do get an answer. But it doesn't look, it's not dim. It's not dreary. And the Sun card is a lot of times a yes card. So yours right now, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a maybe because I saw a small no, and then I've got a yes here. And it's bright. I hear bright. Whatever which way it works, it's going to be very bright for you. And I know that sounds, I'm not trying to run around in circles. Just go back, rewind the video, and you will understand what I'm talking about. There's misconceptions on what other people think and feel. That's what I'm getting. Misunderstandings, miscommunications. That's it. So, yeah, go back and there will be peace, no matter which way direction, because I don't think it's completely determined yet, but it's not a set in stone thing either way. All right, but whatever happens, it's going to be the right direction. Just miscommunication. That's what I'm getting. Okay, I hope that made sense to you. Did that make sense to you, Charlene? Because there for a minute was going, I understand my yes and no's and the maybes and stuff. But sometimes I don't always vocalize it. All right. Who did I miss? Ritu. Is it Ritu? You were on here yesterday. Actually, if you rewind that video that I was, it's R-I-T-U. If you rewind that video, it was the strangest thing. And I believe it was you. I bet it was. Yes, it was you. You had popped off the video. And I was doing the general readings. And when I looked over, and it's right there on the video, my thing to change my video, you know, to switch over on my computer, because this is a computer so I can see what you guys are saying, it flipped over to your profile. And you will even hear me say that I did not, I don't know what the heck happened. And I meant to show everybody. I should have done that. But anyway, there was something else that needed to be told to you. And you'll hear that on your video as well. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you because there was more to it. Strength. Why am I hearing strength? I'm not sure why I'm hearing the word strength with you. I don't know why. Strength. Okay, we'll get to that one here in a minute. Is that for her? Okay. This has nothing to do with you. I was just making sure that this, well, actually it does have something to do with you. I was making sure that it wasn't blending off onto somebody else since there's so many people asking questions. And I'll give you the card here in a minute because actually I'm going to pull another one. But I kept hearing the word strength. Friendship. Strength and friendship. Okay, that makes sense to me. All right. You have two messages. And I'm not sure, I don't know if this is something you've been thinking about or if you even know about, but this is the message from yesterday that I think you were supposed to have. And this is for Ritu. I'm horrible at names, forgive me. You got two cards. You got the Secret Admirer card, all right? And you got the Friendship card. And the message for you is... and I know you might go, oh, well, that's just, I don't know. Why it would matter to you, I don't know. I hear strength with friendship, because I heard the word strength and friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. But for some reason, you also got the Secret Admirer. And I know this is not just this is just general. I'm not sure where this is coming for you. I don't know what this is all about. This is just the message you were supposed to hear yesterday. Strength within a friendship, within a relationship is almost what I'm hearing. But someone greatly admires you. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're sitting here, oh, I love you. And if that applies to you, then okay. But this is someone, whoever this friendship is, greatly admires you. That's what I hear. That's what I heard. Because I was like, what? A secret admirer? No. It's the word, admire. I hope that means something to you. So anyway, there's great strength in a friendship, and you're greatly admired. That's what I got. And it does affect your future. And I'm not saying like this may be a second person on the outside. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, I hope that made sense to you because that's what I got. Okay, I'm going to go down here real quick and then I'll go back up. I'm trying to figure out where I left off here. Ritu, did that make any sense to you? I mean, that's a message. I didn't get a bunch about your future, but that was a message you needed to hear for some reason. Okay, with Stephanie. Now, if I missed anybody before Charlene, Ritu, and now I'm going to do Stephanie. If there was anybody before, you need to go ahead and ask the question again, then I'll roll down Stephanie. Stephanie. All right. No. I do not believe so. Since I know you, I kind of like to not get too deep in stuff, but I'm going to tell you the truth of what I saw. Around the moon, and it actually feels like there's two meanings that I'm getting from this card right now for you. This is for Stephanie. I do not feel it's going, no. I feel a new beginning's coming for you. And actually, this is something going through your head, actually around the moon. Something is coming to light. I think it's already come to light. And there's more to come. But a new beginning is on its way. And it's strange because usually I don't hear two meanings in each one of the cards, but I also hear because of foolish behavior. But the card, the Fool, also means a new beginning. I feel you're taking a new beginning. Now, whether or not you stick on that new beginning or not, that's up to you. Why is this going to be happening, or why are you thinking about going and doing this? Because you need peace. Because whether the father caused destruction or destruction came down because of this man, or that's how it makes you feel. But it looks to me, at this rate, right now, where you're sitting, and we're all free people, as far as thinking, you could change your mind, but at this point, it looks to me like you are starting a new beginning, not with that person, because you're tired of destruction. You want peace. That's your goal, is peace. Okay, I hope that made sense to you. All right, I'm going to go down here again. Hi, Miss Gladys. Thank you, Miss Charlene. A career reading, thank you. Okay, Miss Gladys, can you do me a favor? I do much better if a career, that can go in many different ways, and this is just kind of a general. Can you give me a question? And I know you're way up there, so I know that you were kind of next on it. I may go to someone else real quick, but put it in a question form for me. I'll make sure you haven't already. Let me make sure Gladys didn't. Let's see. Wow. What is the wow for, Gladys? Okay, Gladys, go ahead and give me a question. Put it in question forms, and then I'll go ahead and do it. Okay, Monica, okay, Gladys, I'm gonna move to Monica real quick, and while you're putting that in question form, I'm gonna check right after I get done with her and make sure that, and see if you've got it, and then I'll go straight to you. Okay? So Monica, yes, I'm sorry, Scorpio won't be until next week. Like I said, I explained earlier, everybody's kind of drained of energy, and I'm kind of tired. So I want to make sure I'm kind of spunky and fresh when I do it. So, and I've got a lot of stuff I gotta get done. Okay, Monica. Okay, how does your career look? Does it look stable? Monica, I got, you've actually got two-part question here. How does my career look? Does it look stable? How does my career look? I got, okay, remember I just explained about the words, how they get smaller and bigger, right? I saw the word good. Normally in my head, just imagine this is like a TV screen, like one of those video ones that you see like at the drive-in. They'll be like this big, or they're like this big. I got good. Hold on, I'm going to figure out more. Does it look stable? I don't know why. It doesn't look bad. Warrior. I'm taking it from the bottom. You got the Warrior card, and I'll get in just a little bit more here. I want to see something here. I heard change. You're in for a change. This is for Monica. It looks good. I mean, it's not the worst terrible in the world type stuff. And then the warrior card showed up, but then I heard change. Not sure where it's going. You've got a new beginning coming soon. And you're talking about career. I don't know if you're stepping up or if you're starting something new. But this has to do with your career question. Being the warrior you are, you're taking on the warrior stance right here. Now, I don't know exactly what you're doing. I mean, you've asked questions before, but when I reveal the information, it just kind of goes through one ear out the other because I'm not supposed to retain all the information. Or I'd be walking into walls because I'd be remembering everything. Okay, but anyway, you got the warrior card, and there is a new beginning. And this is talking about career for you. So no matter what, even if something does go down with your job now, which I don't know, this is just a general. If something does go down with your job, say, I saw the words good, this big. It doesn't matter. With the warrior spirit, it doesn't matter. You're still going to be okay no matter which way you turn. And I heard turn. So something's getting ready to change, but you got the warrior spirit and something new is coming. Whether it's a step up or a different career change, I don't know. Okay, because this is just general. But I really wouldn't worry about it too much because you are the warrior. You are going to start your new beginning. Whether, yeah, just like I said, I keep wanting to repeat myself, so that's right. Okay, I hope that made sense to you. Laura, that's, okay, hold on, Gladys. Laura, just a second, I'm going to go down here. Gladys is okay. Okay. I don't know why I heard that. All right, Gladys, this is for you. And then I'll go back up to Laura because Gladys was next. Child development. Now, I'm not getting a total blank on this, Gladys, but I don't know why I'm feeling this. I don't have a clue. I honestly don't know why I'm feeling this, but before I even answer that question, I'm going to ask you, Gladys, is there a different, I mean, you may be good at that, but I don't know. It just doesn't, and not saying it's not going to happen, but is there a different path that you've always wanted to do that you haven't quite stepped up and done or kind of explored the options on? Something that gives you passion. And this may give you passion, but I don't know why I'm feeling like I want to detour from this. And I'm not saying it's not the right career for you because you could be excellent at it. I'll check here in a minute. I don't know why I'm getting that off of you. Hold on here. Yes. Yeah, that it's the right career for you. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, that's what I get. I think you'd be very good at it. But I think I know what's going on. Sometimes, yes, that'd be very good for you. That's what I'm getting. But I think there's a passion you've put on hold, and it's not just that. There's something that you haven't experienced that you've always wanted to experience. And I don't know. It's one of those things. It's kind of like a bucket list thing. Does that make any sense to you? I don't know. It's still something I wouldn't wipe off your plate. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. Yeah, no, you got yes. I mean, it would be good. Okay, but whatever, I don't know, cosmetology, whatever it was, it's just some kind of, I'm thinking it's just a passion career that you had, something you wanted to do. That was like, oh, I would like to really do this. And I'm thinking saying pretty much don't just wipe everything off the plate. It's almost like a bucket list that somebody would put on a bucket list. Well, I would like to actually say I've done this because that looks like it would be fun. Don't wipe it off. But your question, the answer is, I don't know. I don't know. But the answer is yes. You would be good at child development. Okay. Goodness gracious. You said cosmetology. I don't know if it's something that you had thought about before that you wanted to do. I think what the message is just don't give up on it. I mean, you can still do your other stuff, but if it's a bucket list, it is. It could be something from years ago that you're like, oh, I should have done this, and then I didn't do it. Okay. But yeah, the answer is yes for that question. Alrighty. Okay, Laura was next. Let's see, let me find her. Alright, Laura, where'd you go? Charlene, what's riled them up, as on my other video, you will see, and I will try to find Laura here. Laura, if you're on here, come back down and ask the question, because I cannot seem to find it. I know you were up there, because you were next. No, during this time period, we've got a moon coming. We've got 3 eclipses coming. We've got a lot of stuff going on, and you know how people act during the moon? The animals are the same way. And they are all riled up. Because there's really nothing going on in the out back. They just like to, I mean, they act like this, especially around moons. It's kind of crazy. Okay. That's the peacocks. Okay, relationship. Let's go to Laura. Tell you what, answering these questions, usually I can just pop these out, and it's not the noise in the background. I think there's a lot of confusion in people's heads. That's what I'm getting. And I know it's not, you know, like, well, yeah, I want to ask a question. No, I think there's many options in the heads is what I'm getting. And it's decisions that aren't completely firm. I mean, some of them are, but... Laura. Okay, I don't know what this means, Laura. One card, I felt like stopping. You got the mirror. Now, the mirror sounds good, because what do you look in the mirror, and you're in a relationship, and you're looking at, girls, you're looking in the mirror, and you kind of you reflect each other, right? Well, it says mirroring each other. Self-image, relationships reflect also our wounds. Introspective. So whatever's going on in this relationship, that's your message. This relationship makes you look a lot more deeper inside yourself. And you also see a lot, I'm not seeing which direction it's going. I mean, there's a lot of clouded thoughts is what I'm getting. But with the mirror, you're looking at yourself, kind of. So you're actually having to do introspective with yourself and look deep within yourself. That's what I get. And sometimes you might not always like what you see. I'm telling you, I'm not sure I'm just getting stuff like that. Self-image, relationships. Relationships are mirroring like a mirror. They reflect back. Reflect your wound. That's what I keep hearing. Reflect our wounds. Makes us go within ourselves to think. This is going on now. That's what I heard. And that's what I saw. I hope that made sense to you. I'm not seeing a direction where this is going, but I think it's making you really self-evaluate. If that's the word. And go within yourself. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Like I said, this time period is going to be interesting for a lot of people. I hope that made sense to you. Hi, boys. There's a couple little boys on here that I get to see. And they're saying hi. Oh, Charlene, I bet you do. Being a nurse right now, I couldn't even imagine. Especially around those moons. You know those moons. Plus everything going on. I bet it's insane. Good, Laura. I hope that... I'm glad it made sense. Hi, Carter. Hi, Kaden. Okay, did I miss anybody? Because like I said, a lot of people, you're asking if... So I think that's why I'm not getting necessarily vague answers. During this time, people's thoughts are so clouded and there's a veil. I think that's why I'm getting to where it's like runs around. Not that... It's not necessarily running around in a circle. It's like why I'm seeing... Because usually I don't see that. Usually I'll just get it like boom. Because people's minds are not made up. They can't see everything. Either they can't see everything for what it is because they're clouded with what's going on, or they're overly emotional. And I'm not saying the people that don't take me wrong here. I'm not saying that. but emotions are going to be higher, especially with what's going on. And Charlene said you were a nurse. You know about the moons. You've seen it. It gets crazier, I'm sure, in hospitals and places like that on moons. People just, emotions, they act strange, personalities. Okay, this is just kind of, just imagine this plus 3 eclipses. Like I said, if you haven't watched my pre-doing these videos for today, where I gave an update, go watch it. You'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Clouded thoughts. If you guys have got, you do what you want, but my idea on it right now, these clouded thoughts are not going to ease up until around August. So I would not make any, me personally, you know, if you've already made your judgments before this stuff started coming down, as far as, I'm not talking about the virus and all that, I'm talking about before the moons and the eclipses, then that was a clear thinking choices, okay? But if it's going on and it's like right around now and you've got all these thoughts in your head, I would give it a minute until around, it's going to ease up around the end of July, but August you'll be thinking clear. For some of you it'll be around the 1st, others it'll be for the 8th, whatever that means to you. So I really wouldn't, if it's a drastic thing in your head that you have to make a decision, I really would put it off if you could. If you can't, then you do what you got to do. But with Mercury retrograde coming on top of it all, like I said, I'm not an astrologer, but I do know how Mercury can also cause chaos. All right? So eclipses, you'll be put on the right path if you keep your head clear. Okay, has anybody else got a question? I hope that makes sense. If not, I'm going to be popping off here. Last call. That's good. When you said you're lucky so far, that's good. Because I know some nurses, and I tell you what, sometimes they're like, on the moon, you want to run away. Sometimes people just get crazy. The weirdest, strangest things. And sometimes it's dramatic what happens. You're welcome, Charlene. Laura, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, really, I know the page says that it says psychic and astrologist. I'm not an astrologist. That's the only options I had. I'm actually an intuitive tarot reader. But I have done if I don't know something, just get on Google. And truthfully, I mean, watch how people act around the moons. Okay, the eclipses are stronger. So you've got an eclipse, you've got a moon, you've got a couple more eclipses coming. It really is going to affect stuff. And people who have read up on the moon and stuff, it actually has a magnetic pull. It does change people. It does change how people feel. And there's always been a saying that I've always heard since I was little, is the moon brings the crazies out. Okay, I think there's somewhat of a truth to it. I truly do. But check what's coming, and I really think everybody, and then you got Mercury retrograde coming, and that'll be easing up on around July 12th, I believe. I really would, if you got a major decision, you might want to hold off until around August when stuff kind of calms down. I'm not talking about worldwide stuff. This stuff's going to let up what seems like for a second, and something else is going to come boom. Keep yourselves together. That's what I've got. Stay focused. And if you're feeling confused, the veil will be lifted towards the end of July. I mean, you might, at June, you'll have like a breath of fresh air, and this is general for all Zodiac sign reads. For some reason, I hear the 20th to the 22nd of June. It's going to feel, the veil's going to come up just for a few days. Still, do not try to make the decisions right then. If you can hold those off and you're going in a certain direction, you might want to give it a minute. Because the veil's going to come right back down until around beginning of August. That's what I feel. All right, guys. I'm going to pop off here. I'm not sure. See, it's 11:06 here. I'll just have to wait to see if I can come back on. If not, like I said, I've got a bunch of stuff I've got to do. Since I've been made to sit still for a week, I do have to catch up on a lot of stuff, and I'm guessing it's probably going to take me until probably next Tuesday. So Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll be back on. I will try to get back on today. We'll see. Like I said, just like everybody else, it's been kind of nuts. But it's been a pleasure talking to you guys, and you're welcome to share this with as much as you want. Watch party, and then A lot of you have just following Lolita's lovely ladies. If you go over there and like it, because not all the time does it notify you when I'm on. Okay. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to pop off here for a bit, and I will talk to you later. Have a great day.